Hello, I'm Marcus, and I have an unusual story to share with you today. It's about how I completely got rid of my PPP and how I finally started enjoying my life for the first time after nearly 3 years of suffering with this embarrassing condition. How did I do it? Well, what really worked for me is actually quite simple, but you won't read about it on any forum or website. It's actually pretty simple, but it's unique, and, well, I bet it would work for you too. I'm going to tell you my story because it's probably very similar to yours. It doesn't matter how old you are. Any guy who has pearly penile papules will relate to this story. And if you watch this entire video right now, I will do more than just tell you my story. I will give you the solution I discovered. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get rid of those embarrassing papules in a matter of days, and all from the privacy of your home, just like I did. I've never given away this much information before in a free video that you can watch online in one sitting, so I hope you won't pass on this chance to learn the crucial steps to getting rid of your PPP permanently. Now, there are 3 easy principles you must understand in order to remove your papules safely, naturally, and quickly. The 3 critical principles you must know are: 1. What pearly penile papules really are and why you have them. 2. What doesn't work. And 3, the only guaranteed way to get rid of PPP forever at home and why. So, what can you expect if you embrace these 3 principles? Well, let's go ahead and cut straight to it. You can expect to get rid of your papules in 3 to 10 days, plain and simple. But here's the important bit. If you follow my instructions, your papules won't come back. So, let me reiterate. If you watch this video from start to finish and follow what I teach you, you'll see your PPP shrink to an indistinguishable level and they won't come back. Now, don't worry, this isn't another sales pitch for some expensive medical procedure. I'm not going to talk about some crazy diet, and it's not about creams or lotions. This is real information you can use right now. Now, you might be wondering who I am and why I'm sharing this unique material with you. Well, my name is Marcus Parker, and just like you, I developed pearly penile papules. Chances are I know exactly how you feel right now, because I've been there myself, and I know exactly how embarrassing having PPP is. If you're anything like I was, then you're probably confused about pearly penile papules. Perhaps you've heard things like, once you have PPP, you'll never get rid of them, or just learn to live with them, or CO2 laser treatment is your only option. Maybe you're deeply frustrated because everything you've tried hasn't worked. You're fed up with all the empty promises, the quick fix scams, and the useless treatment ripoffs. You want something that actually works, and works quickly to get rid of your penile papules in secret, and, well, something that stops the papules from coming back. How do you feel when you think about your penile papules? Angry, depressed, embarrassed, cursed? Are you lacking confidence and self-esteem? Are you just downright frustrated because you just know there must be a simple answer to your problem, but you just can't find it? Well, here's the good news. You've just found it. So take a deep breath, close your eyes, and imagine this. You wake up one morning, 3 to 10 days from now, you step out of bed, and as you take a shower, you look down, and it hits you. Your papules are gone, as in wiped out completely. Suddenly, there are no ugly, embarrassing penile papules down there, so you feel happy and confident, all because you've finally figured out the answer you've been searching for. I mean, if you're anything like me, you've probably been beating your head against the wall for months, maybe even years, because you just couldn't figure out how to get rid of your penile papules without spending thousands of dollars. Now, my struggle with PPP began at the age of 14. At the time, I actually thought I had warts or something. I avoided social encounters as much as possible. I felt embarrassed, insecure, even ashamed about having penile papules. I felt frustrated and embarrassed on a daily basis. Having PPP became a deep psychological burden for me. I'm sure you understand and know the feeling. I really tried to learn to live with the condition, just like everybody tells you to do. I mean, I really did. But when you get comments like, "Oh, you have genital warts. Is that herpes?" Or, "Oh, that's disgusting," well, it's kind of hard to laugh it off. Have you ever tried telling someone that those lines of whitish pimples are actually pearly penile papules and not warts or herpes? Well, I have, and let me tell you something, it's really embarrassing. Plus, hardly anyone believes you. I knew right then that I had to get rid of them. I remember it took me nearly 3 months to pluck up enough courage to make an appointment at a nearby clinic. The sheer embarrassment prevented me from seeing my own doctor. Now, the problem, as the doctor explained, is that PPP is not a medical condition which warrants a treatment. Basically, there were no PPP treatments available to me, apart from laser surgery, and that was going to cost me $1,833. I just couldn't raise that sort of money. So that's when I began looking at natural ways to get rid of the papules. I figured I would at least try some of the natural pearly penile papules removal methods that, you've read about online. You've probably done the same. After all, the idea of getting rid of pearly penile papules in secret sounds great, doesn't it? Now, the trouble is, most of the information I found was either mixed up or incomplete, and so all those so-called PPP remedies were absolutely useless. Almost everything I tried was a complete waste of time, except for one. Now, before I continue, let me say that what I discovered is not a cure for pearly penile papules. This may come as a shock to you, but the fact is, there is no cure for PPP. But wait just a second. There is a way to naturally shrink the papules, which amounts to much the same thing. Let me explain. You see, penile papules are more common in guys under 25, right? It's actually really common, with about 38% of men under that age developing PPP to some degree. But here's the interesting fact. Over 40% of those with the condition are uncircumcised. So what does that mean? Well, circumcised guys experience something called natural abrasion. I guess you could call it day-to-day friction. Well, the natural abrasion causes the papules to regress, which is similar to shrinking, and therefore circumcised guys tend to suffer less with penile papules. And if they do develop PPP, well, the papules usually disappear all by themselves. Now, if you're not circumcised, you might be wondering how these facts can help you. So let me tell you. I found something that works on the same natural abrasion and regression principle often experienced by circumcised guys. And once I did, getting rid of my PPP was actually really fast and really easy. Once I figured the process out, the papules disappeared completely in days. I was finally free of my embarrassing condition, and today, almost 16 months later, I'm still papule-free. How did I do it? Well, in order to artificially shrink my PPP, I had to dry, abrade, and heal the papule-afflicted skin at regular intervals, religiously over a number of days. Then, once the papules were gone, I continued to follow a simple regime to stop the papules from coming back. In total, it took me around 3 weeks to complete, and the results achieved using this simple procedure were nothing short of amazing. Okay, so we've covered how I got rid of my PP in next to no time, so I'm sure you're itching to find out how you can do the same. I want to introduce you to my best-selling program. It's called PPP Removal, and it's the only home-based pearly penile papules removal method which is guaranteed to get rid of your PPP and stop it from coming back. This highly unique and potent system has already helped hundreds of guys of all ages get rid of their papules quickly and permanently.